please. Someone flicks me a back body. So, it's another one, yeah. It's a full screen, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening, welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Trey. Remember, guys, if you're new to this channel, subscribe and like and share. What's good, Trey?
All good, Buzz. What you saying? Hopefully you're blessed. Hopefully you're good.
I'm good, I can't complain. It's been a busy weekend, but all good, all good. And yourself?
Yeah, you know what, cuz? I've been blessed. I've been cool. Before, obviously, we get into the show, I just wanted to say, everyone that's been supporting the channel, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we can't do what we do. But before we get into the show properly, here's a word from our sponsors, D-Rock. Yes, here's a long shout out to our sponsors, of course. D-Rock have been supporting the movement. So, guys, just utilize and take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you get 40% off everything. So, if you like what I'm wearing, if you liked what my cousin was wearing during the shadow boxing, just head over to the website in the description so you guys could utilize a tremendous range. But, cuz, obviously, before we get into the show properly, I've got to shout out the whole of the family, of course, man. Shout out Trill. He's obviously launched Heart to Heart. So Heart to Heart is similar to, you know, what Oscar De La Hoya was doing with Clapback Thursdays, but it's a longer version. So, guys, the episode 2 is out, so make sure you tune into that. Aisha obviously has a new episode that's coming out. Obviously, Green Diamond Boxing did do the Getting to Know series, Abbas, but we've obviously got a new episode that's coming out. So it actually features an amateur boxer who's turning pro, managed by George Groves. So I don't want to say too much. Big up to Abbas as well, doing a tremendous job in the Last Dance conference as well. You obviously got to, you know, talk to Frank Warren, Chisora, who's his man. And yeah, man, just truly that great shout out to these people for doing tremendous work. Big up Palamos. Palamos has been supporting us since the beginning. He's obviously saying, good evening, gents. Hope you're well. And yes, Aisha, big up to you. Great. She's obviously saying good evening all, and good evening to you too. Good evening, ladies. No, man. And look, big up to Ra as well. Ra obviously did the Misfits crossover takeover. So guys, head over to the channel, watch the interviews, and also Rico done the watch along yesterday with actually his uncle, man. So big up to him and big up to the whole of the family. We're just bringing you tremendous content. But cuz I want you to get us started, man. Let's get going. What are you saying?
Well, where do we start? There's a lot, actually. Should we discuss about what happened yesterday?
Oh man, Sonny Edwards, man. Sonny Edwards. Yeah, cuz you know what? I wanna get your thoughts. It was obviously headlined called Bloodline. You know, Sonny Edwards, former champion, Yafai, who's also a gold medalist as well. So, cuz, let's just get your thoughts, man.
Yeah. Do you know what? Hands up. We all doubted Yafai. Do you know what I mean? That's his that's his 10th fight, right?
Yep.
And he's just beaten a former world champion. Basically took him out. Do you know what I mean? Potentially put him in retirement. It was a great performance from him, Jafai. Not so much from Sonny Edwards because you know, obviously, I think it was at round 2 or round 3. I'm not too sure. In the corner, you know, he had said, "If I'm honest with you, I don't really want to be here," and that is scary. But then again, you know, at least he's being honest. Do you know what I mean? He's being honest because not a lot of boxers will say this. They'll probably say it afterwards, like, "Oh, you know, I was going to retire," but look, he didn't want to be there. But one thing I say, he didn't give up. But you know, he lost to a better man, and there's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. I mean, look, with Sonny Edwards, he's done a lot for the flyweight division because remember before they weren't really making money. They were just flyweight. You know, I believe. I mean, I could be wrong. His biggest purse was probably when he fought Bam Bam. You know, for the unification. Obviously, you know, he didn't win, but yeah, look, he's been at a rock. He's been he's been fighting for all these years, and he's 28. Listen, he's 28. You got a lot of boxers, they retire when they're about what, mid-30s, early 40s, or the mid-40s. Do you know what I mean? So I gotta give it to him. He did. He's done what he needs to do in the sport, and he's achieved what he wanted to achieve in the sport. And yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just an interesting one just to see where does Yafai? Where does he go next? Can you see him fighting Bam Bam next year? And if so, who do you see winning that fight?
Oh, cuz, man, great question. I just want to get into the comments. Of course, Mr. Styles just wanted to say big up to you and congratulations on the newest addition to the family. So big up, Mr. Styles 619, all the way from Canada. Palamos is obviously saying respect to Sonny, great fighter, and even better intellect, which is true. Mr. Styles is obviously saying big win for your fight. And as for Sonny, I don't think he's ever been the same since the Bam Rodriguez loss. So 100% agree. Big up to Ra, Punch Out Boxing. So make sure you're following what he's doing. And yeah, you know what, cuz? And also big up to Lucy, all the way from the States. Lucy's Fats. Thank you for joining us. Your fight has the interim now. The full champion is Koshiro. Yes, I agree. He's a firefighter and he's a good fighter. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And look, I think Lucy's kind of set me up beautifully. I think he needs to fight for the full title now because he's now beaten the former champion in Sonny Edwards. That was kind of his acid test, and he's passed it with flying colors. I think quite a few people asked me before the fight who I think would win, just based on just, you know, logics of world championship experience. I went for Sonny to win by unanimous decision, but I kind of changed my mind from the ring walk. I think we've said this a few times. Your fight speeded to the ring, cuz he was on smoke. So from that moment, I kind of thought, ooh. And then the second warning signal was that moment that you mentioned in the corner. From when Sonny said, I don't want to be here, cuz I think, yeah, that was just the end, man. And it was sad to see. And look, respect to Sonny. He's obviously did so much for the sport. He's now managing fighters now. He's now a promoter as well. So I think now it's just the next step. And I think also Prince Nassim kind of retired around about the same age as well. I think this just happens, you know, with the smaller weight divisions, of course, man. But I kind of want to hear what everyone's talking about. This isn't a real retirement from Sonny. This sport wears everyone down the knees a year or so before coming back. So Ra's saying it's just a temporary retirement. And yeah, Lucy's obviously agreeing with Mr. Styles. One night, your fight defeating Sonny Edwards was the introduction to the rest of the division, and he let everyone know that he ain't going anywhere. And I 100% agree. I think it was a tremendous performance. Big up to him. Your fight, I do apologize for doubting you. I thought, you know, Sonny Edwards was going to win the fight, man. But when you look in theory, the sparring sessions, the story, him being a gold medalist in the Olympics, I kind of just, you know, put all of that aside, and I just thought Sonny would, you know, do what he does best and gets the victory. So, yeah, no, big up, man. Big up. Big look. Hamid's last fight was at 28. You see, I mean, I remembered, man. I knew. And your fight, rude awakening in Japan. Because I just want him to fight for the full title now. I think he's ready. So that's my general thoughts about.
No, he should. He should. I mean, what's the point if he's got if he's now the interim champion? That's the logic sense will be okay. World title. I mean, look, he's on a different level in terms of pace. Like this is his 10th professional fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. And dude, he can. How old is he? Is he 22?
I'm not even too sure how old is he. Guys, just get involved. I believe he's slightly older than Sonny Edwards, who's 28. So look, you see what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, no, even so, you know, look.
Yeah, your fire's 31. You see Lucy comes through all the time with the fight.
So
thinking, yeah,
it, you know, just he just needs to just win, have an opportunity, you know, to fight for all of the belts.
This is what I'm saying. 32 this month as well, man. So, man,
he wastes no. He's hungry. You can just tell the difference. You can tell who's hungry and who ain't really hungry. Do you know what I mean? So he's hungry. I believe he can go far. He can definitely go far in the sport, and you know, I hope he gets a title shot. I hope he wins an actual legitimate belt, and I hope he unifies the division, and I hope he gets to fight Bam Bam, because I would like to see the levels, because Bam Bam is a good fighter.
Oh man,
that's a funny fight.
Bam, like you said, is an absolute warrior, man. It'll be great to see.
I think. Do you know what I think? Sorry, it's quite there. I think Eddie's plan is try to grow your fighter's profile, because I think him fighting Bam Bam, I think Eddie wants to make it a pay-per-view fight, where potentially in the O2 Arena or Birmingham.
Yeah. I think it makes sense, because he's the home fighter from the area. You kind of saw in the event yesterday that it was a decent crowd, man. I don't know if it was sold out, how they promoted it, but it seemed like the energy was good. Packed arena, great energy, great atmosphere, and yeah, good vibes, man. Good vibes, honestly. And Raz obviously saying Bam would ruin him. Fortunately, he's gone from the flyweight division and is looking towards bantamweight next, which is fair. Lighter fighters tend to age quicker than heavier ones because they rely so much on speed and reactions. This is why I love Lucy, because she comes through with the facts, not only with her intake, man. She comes through with facts, and this is true. Definitely true. And don't see a lot of world-class guys over 40 below lightweight, which is very true. Wow. Cuz I know you've been itching for this, because obviously you come up with the title. There was obviously a rumored Riyadh season card for February. This is going to be a big event. And big up to Eric as well in the chat as well. He's one of our newest members. So Eric, welcome to the team officially. It's great to have you on board. So Eric is the handsome fella on your left of Rico. So big up to Eric once again, man. So we appreciate you, brother, and it's a pleasure. All right, cuz rumored card now. So obviously going to talk about Riyadh season. You're going to talk about the potential card for February 2025, of course. And look, as you've seen, we're seeing Dubois versus Parker for the title, Berta BF Bivol for the undisputed title, Ortiz NS potentially.
No, that's been cancelled.
That's been cancelled, like you said. Yeah, it's been cancelled. Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield for the WBC World Lightweight Championship. Adames versus Shiraz, and Jile Zhang versus Ajit Kabayal, which will be the IBF World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm confused on that one. One is supposed to be Bukoli fighting someone for the for the next position in line to challenge for the IBF. I just get confused. I don't know what's true. I mean, end of the day, that's just a card that people are talking about. We don't know how true it is because nothing's been confirmed yet. But I mean, there was even a tweet. I think apparently Vladimir Klitschko wanted to come out and challenge Triple D. I think that's just stupid. That's just no point.
Yeah, that's absolute nonsense. Even though he's come out and said that that Jean de Jaez is looking to step in for Boots. So look, he looks like he's ready. Primed, and
it's a good card. If it's a real event, then that card is on fire. I mean, just the main event alone, I back Dubois, but then I'm impressed with Parker's performance late as of recent. So it's just like, how do you see that one going? Because remember, Parker, it's a weird one. Parker and Dubois both lost to Joe Joyce. Do you know what I mean? And now you've got Parker and Dubois fighting each other, obviously, for the IBF title. I'll go for Dubois because he's younger, he's fresher, he's hungry, and he hits hard. Parker, I don't know, he's still got the footwork, good footwork, speed, and he's got power. So he won't take this lightly. I think he will go all the way. So with this fight, I think it's a 50-50.
Yeah, no, it's 50-50. Everyone's getting involved. Bakoli versus Jabba for the IBF final eliminator, which is interesting. Bakoli gets a Jabba. Everyone's just sort of confirming. Kabayao Zhang, WBC interim.
Oh, okay.
Both ducked Bakoli, which I agree.
Oh,
and Aisha's obviously saying thinks Parker wins. I think she wants Parker to win because of what happened to Joshua in front of her eyes live. I'm sorry, it's this, man. I just had to throw that in there, man. You know what I mean? It was a memorable day, I would say. But cuz also we want to kind of talk about the potential undisputed 2 fight between Bertabiev and Bivol. Cuz we obviously saw Bertabiev won the title the first time.
So this is a rematch for all of the belts, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't heard any news on him getting stripped of any of these belts. I think the mandatories are happy for that fight to happen.
No, look, I had Bivol winning that fight. The previous fight, I had Bivol winning that. It'll be interesting just to see what happens in the rematch. Do you know what? I'm gonna go for the underdog again. I'm gonna go for Bivol. Because he's seen, because just watching it, he probably knows where he went wrong and what he can improve on. But Bertabiev, he's one strong dude, bro. I mean, rating Bivol's performance with Bertabiev. Sorry, comparing Bivol's performance to Bertabiev and Yard and Bertabiev, who performed better?
Well, against Bertabiev?
Yeah.
Bivol, easily, man, because it was a debatable win at the end. Whereas with Yard, even though Yard put in a tremendous performance and kind of pushed him to the limit, I think he pushed Bertabiev to the point where, remember, he had that cut underneath his eye. So it was like, cool, I'm not going to let this young lion keep beating me up now, man. I need to just finish it, which he did. And he obviously stopped the fight. Whereas with Bivol, it was more calculated. He had to, chase him around the ring, cut the corners. He was the aggressor. And but Bivol was boxing tremendously as well. I like the way he was catching him with the shots, moving around the ring, using his footwork. He was obviously the fighter that was happy to fight on the back foot, man. Whereas, Bertabiev throughout the whole of the fight, coming forward with aggression. So, that's what possibly...
If there was a chance of Bivol winning that fight, I suppose that is the only way, because I really can't see... But anyone who trades with Bertabiev, you're a madman, because he's a madman. He's tough. He's tough.
Ooh, look, cuz this is a confirmation to your question. Big up to Lucy with her facts, saying that the IBF are happy for BF to do the rematch, so it'll be for all the belts. And Mr. Star 619 is saying that his fellow Canadian representative will make a statement in the rematch and prove he deserves to be the undisputed world champion. And look, it's fair. You know, he did it the first time. Why can't he do it the second time? So that's very possible.
Wow. I mean, there's rumors that Callum Smith might be fighting Joshua Buatsi.
You know what, cuz I can't even lie to you. I'll be real. With Buatsi, it just seems like his career's a bit stalled, man. You know, you always think that he has that fight that you would think the next fight is for the world title, and then it's just like he has to, similar to Dylan White in a sense where, you know, he's mandatory for a long period of time, something happens, and then, you know, it's just, yeah, man, I just want to see him for a title.
Bear in mind, remember, when he beat Hutchinson, he was next in line to fight the winner of Bertabiv and Bivol.
Yep.
You know, for, I think it was for the WBO, not too sure, but obviously because they're having the rematch, you know, he has to keep himself busy. So I'm assuming once, you know, this rematch happens, hey, some of the belts will have to go now, isn't it? Because is he looking to move up to cruiserweight?
You know what? Because I have no idea what the undisputed champion is thinking right now, but I do believe that after this fight, I don't see him, you know, staying in the division longer. So maybe it could be a situation where after this fight, you know, the division is going to be freed up because, you know, the belts are going to be separated, especially with the IBF. The IBF, we've seen that they are very, very strict, man. So I could see after this fight, strip him so that, you know, it can allow the other, you know, contenders in the division to, you know, fight for the title, man. So that Buatsi's still the WBO interim champion. So he's in line to fight, you know, the winner. So, you know,
he's waiting because, he's come this far, and for him to defend that interim to, let's just say, Callum Smith and then lose it, it's like, whew, what was the point? Do you know what I mean? So you just sit back and relax. Well, you know, it's up to him and his team, but it's just like Callum already had a title shot. You know, he challenged for the title and, you know, it didn't go his way. So it'll be interesting just to see. I personally don't think Buatsi will fight the likes of Bivol or Bertabiv. I think once the belts are free, then he will fight whoever it is. It could be Yard, it could be Smith, whoever.
Yeah. No, that is absolutely mad. Just looking at, you know, what Lucy's saying here, you know, the IBF mandatory has been waiting since March 2023, man. So yeah, it's such a shame when these things happen, but you know, it's the politics of boxing. It is what it is. And yeah, let's see what can happen. Of course, Shakur Stevenson potentially versus Floyd Schofield Jr. We've obviously seen that, you know, they've been going back and forth online constantly. And look, it would be interesting just to see what happens in this fight, man, because, you know, Schofield is ready. You know, he's a young prospect per se. Wants Shakur. Shakur needs someone.
I hope it's a good fight from. I hope it's a good performance from Shakur. You know, I hope it's a good performance from Shakur.
I hope so. What do you reckon? There's going to be a stoppage in this? You think you'll push for a stoppage?
I don't know. Look, listen, I don't know. Just going by the last few performances, just that people be walking out the arena. So I think it'll be a good one because obviously it's Riyadh season, isn't it? So got a lot of eyes, a lot of fans there who'll be attending, and it's just disappointing that he didn't get to fight. What's his name? I forgot his name now. The guy from Wales. What's his name?
It's a good question here, cuz, man. Sorry to even cut you off, man. This is a very good question from Mr. Star 619. So, if Dubois and Parker fight, the IBF title's on the line. Would Parker's interim WBO title be on the line too?
Nah, it's irrelevant because if not even if the bar is a legitimate champion, right? Why would he then want to take an interim belt? It don't make no sense. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense at all.
True, say these belts push you a bit further up in the rankings.
It would be different if Parker was, let's just say, if he was an IBO heavyweight champion. Do you know what I mean? And some people don't class it as a real legitimate champion, whatever. But
it's a title.
Huh?
It's a title, cuz man.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's a title. It's a title. So for me per se, I think I don't think that's ever happened before. So you're challenging someone for their title, and you're also putting your interim on the line. To me, that just doesn't make no sense.
Well, look, he would take the interim belts, because if Usyk vacates, then he would instantly become unified champion. So yeah, I do agree.
Depends. I don't know, because I for me, again, this is how mad it is, because then I think it's a bit unfair towards Zhang, because didn't they have a rematch clause when they're supposed to fight again?
I believe so. No, I don't think they triggered the rematch. Of course, man. I think they just opted to go their separate ways, man. Business wise, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But what we realize is that boxing now there's so much politics, and it's more of a business now. So I'm guessing they're also looking at what the potential returns is going to be, how it's going to benefit the fighter. They're looking at the purses as well. They're looking at tickets. They're looking at the venue and everything. So I think negotiations are never the easiest to do, especially when it comes to these Riyadh season cards. So yeah, cuz man, I'm obviously just looking forward to that. Of course, a potential one. Virgil Ortiz. What I wanted to ask you about is, with Virgil Ortiz potentially fighting, it seems like Zayas is ready. From this tweet, it looks like he's ready. It's a bit of a shame that it's not Boots, man, because this is the fight that we've been wanting to see when they were both welterweights. Now, obviously, Virgil's obviously moved up, and he's 154. We don't know whether Ennis is saying he wants to stay, but he's struggling at the weight, man. So I would want him to move up.
I think I could be wrong. I think reasons why Ennis wants to stay, because there's rumors that Conor Ben is going to be fighting Mario Barrios for the WBC. And think about it, Boots and Ben, they're both on the Matchroom. It just makes sense if Ben was to win that and fights Boots here in the UK or whatnot, it will do serious numbers, and there's money in that fight. Do you know what I mean? And it will be a pay-per-view fight. So that could be one of the reasons, because before he was saying he's moving up, but now he's saying, no, I'm saying at 147. So maybe someone's pitched him.
Yeah, man. They probably looked at that Mario Barrios fight and thought, they're licking their lips thinking, yeah, this is going to be a title, man. That's going to be a title. And I just kind of think that, no putting down anything of what Conor Ben's, done in the sport, but it's just mad, how someone can be, banned for nearly 2 years, and already his next fight, way back, could be world title.
If we're going to be technically, he was banned to fight in the UK for 2 years, but he was still actively fighting in America. Remember, the two of his performance weren't really that great, but he was fighting at 154. Yeah. So give or take, So my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, he's now clear to fight in the UK or wherever now.
It's still pending. I'm pending.
Sure but came out something said they're not gonna. I don't even know. I saw something. I didn't really read it, but
we've not even heard anything from the British Board of Control. We've not heard anything from them since this bill.
At the moment, I think this is a great story, because I think Eubank is trying to go for a world title next. I think for the WBA. So in a way, when you think about it, right? Let's just say Conor wins the WBC belt, Eubank wins the WBA belt, whatever. He could potentially fight Conor, because Conor will be coming up to 160, right? dude, he's challenging for his belt. But this is big.
Yeah, so I was just saying he's clear to fight as far as I know.
This is big.
Yeah, no, it is potentially could be. Ben has never beaten a world class welterweight. His best win is over Chris Algieri at the end of his career, so he should not be fighting for a title. I agree with Lucy completely, definitely, because but look, it's all about numbers, it's all about cents, it's all about the dollars, and I guess Conor Benn's name in the UK because he is the son of the Dark Destroyer, and so naturally he does get that. But he's a talented boxer as well, so I just would have preferred him to, kind of build in the welterweight division. We got there.
With all that, I hear all that, yeah, but you just gotta look at his profile. Look, as you all know, in the division, any division, yeah, it can go wrong for you. 1 L, 2 L's, it sets you back again. Whilst you're up there and you're undefeated, just go for it, because once you fight someone who's better than you, whatnot, they say skills pays the bills. There's still time to rebuild. Do you know what I mean? But look, he's actually in a good opportunity, because think about it. He fights Marius Barrios. Not that I'm saying he's going to win. It's a 50-50. But he's still got that Eubank fight. That's the big money fight. Do you know what I mean? So in a way, he could fight Marius Barrios, win, right? Fight Eubank, win or lose, retire, because he's made a lot of money. Do you know what I mean? So boxing is a poor man's sport. Well, when you start, but then it's a short career. So either way, it's really up to Conor Benn.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you, because I think that the sport itself is a short one. So if you're telling me that they are lining up, Barrios next, and then after Barrios, have a Chris Eubank, and then call it quits, boy, it is what it is, man. Like I just think that he's been kind of pushed very quickly. But
you got to think of it, yeah. Think about it this way. He's just lost. Okay, he hasn't fought here for 2 years, so it's just like he's lost out on money for 2 years. Let's just say. So he's not gonna go all the way back down on the drawing board. I'll challenge for a British title, challenge for a European title.
He's still getting sponsorships. He's still getting sponsorships and endorsements and everything. He's still getting paid, man.
I hear that, yeah, but
these guys are broke. I said these boxers are far from what you call broke. They're not fighting in the ring. They're still involved in investments. I guarantee Conor Benn is a smart guy. He's got crypto. He's got all of this stuff. Like he's got investments. He's got property. He's got all of this. So in the 2 years, in a spell of not fighting for 2 years, I'm sure money-wise he's okay. But I do agree that the big fights, like the title fights, it's going to be profitable for someone that's been away from the ring for 2 years.
It's just like, look, everyone's talking about Wilder, not Wilder, AJ will fight Triple D. He'll have a rematch with Triple D once he gets back from his injury. But then if they were to say, look, to make the Wilder fight, and they offered £200 million purse, I'm sure he will go and fight Wilder.
You reckon he'll just go and fight the Wilder? Yeah.
Money talks in this sport. As much as it's just money's talking at the moment, and they're enjoying it. I mean, look, the purse of Fury and Usyk, this rematch is 190. I think Fury's getting 70 mil, and but even though there's money in this, do you know what I mean? So the way I see it, they're like, look, even Derek Chisora, he fights for money because he's getting paid good money. He's been fighting for a while, but now he's getting paid good money. I mean, I still don't understand why. Obviously, I get it, he's fighting Otto Wallin, but I'd rather Jarrell Miller. It would have been a better fight, better opponent. But hey, look, my understanding, he wants to fight Ngannou for his 50th fight, but yeah, it's another story. But yeah,
money talks and BS walks, as we know, when it comes to combat sports. No, 100%. I agree with you, and I agree with what Mr. Stars 619 saying. It's just one of those things. But regardless, I'm excited because 2025 we could potentially have a tremendous card, of course. So before we obviously wrap up, I just want us to kind of go through these last few cards, of course, this last few potential fights that we could see. Obviously, Hamza Shiraz about to be involved, so that should be a good one. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So what you saying, man, about Hamza Shiraz?
Yeah, it's well, we'll have to see it because now he's fighting WBC title, so
that would be massive. That's
very massive, you know. So I can't really say, oh yeah, easy victory, no, because this is it. There's levels to this. Do you know what I mean? So the opponents have been fighting. Not to say that they've been bad opponents, no. You know, they've been not so much on his level, but this is now levels.
Do you know a UK-based Congolese fighter called Michael King walks the ring? Yeah. Oh, you got I know, man. I know. I love the energy he brings as well. His entrances are absolutely epic. See, Lucy, that's how you know Lucy watches boxing. No, big up to Lucy, man. And hopefully, you know, he comes back stronger and we get to see those entrances in a bigger stage, man. So hopefully that loss.
Hold on. Michael King.
Yeah.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah, cuz, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I know him.
Yeah, he comes with a monkey in the rear. Yeah, cuz, yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, cuz.
Oh.
No, big up to him. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, yeah. Yeah, man. He is really good, man. He's really good. And this is what we got. Like in terms of Congo, you know, talent-wise, and you know, when you're thinking about also the heavyweight division as well, I just want, you know, our brother, you know, Lawrence Okoli. Martin Bakoli. I just want him just to get his opportunity to fight for, you know, full title now, man, because it seems that a lot of people are scared of our brother. A lot of people are scared to get in the ring with him. We had Zhang, you know, we had a potential opportunity. We've also Hajit Kabaya, you know, Asher's interviewed him as well. It's just not happened. And it's funny how the two people that was supposed to fight, you know, Martin, is fighting each other potentially in this card. So let's just
see what Martin. Let's see what he can do, and I just hope he gets a title shot because if he wins a world title, yeah, dude, he's made history. He'll be the first Congolese world champion. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm rooting for him. This is why I would say he's my favorite Congolese champion. You know, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, no, we'll see. And big up to Billy Nelson and you know, Martin Bakoli as well, because they make a tremendous team. And you know, I like what they're doing with boxing right now. So I hope, you know, our brother gets that opportunity. But it looks like maybe Derek Chisora, Francis Ngannou might do that fight in Africa, man. So that is something that I'm looking forward to. But I'm hoping that Bakoli can be that fighter that can bring back heavyweight boxing to Congo, man, on a bigger scale, man. So His Excellency, if you are watching for Riyadh season, bring Riyadh season to Africa. You can cover, you know, countless of locations. You know, he loves his history, Turkey, so he would know that Rumble in the Jungle happened in Zaire. So if you're listening to this, bring back Rumble in the Jungle too in Zaire. That's my plea to Turkey, Al Sheikh, man. So no, cuz big up to you and big up to the whole of the community. Thank you so much for everyone that's obviously tuned in. Michael Hunter for Bakoli.
He can wait, man. He can wait. He can wait. I haven't seen much from him, man. Not just that. It's just like, nah, man. He can wait. He can wait. Bakoli at the moment, he can wait, man. He can wait. Bakoli once. Let's just say, you know, Bakoli was to lose a fight one, or then maybe potentially they can run it back, but he can wait, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, cuz, man. I think he's the man at the top now. He doesn't need to kind of be looking down. He needs to be looking forward. He needs that title shot in 2025, man. Even if it's late, you know, has this you know, title eliminator fight, and then has that fight late in the year, you know, Riyadh season. It can happen. It can happen. So Turkey, if you're listening, hopefully you can deliver, you know, Riyadh season. and you know, make dreams come true. And I think that would be tremendous, man. But cuz once again, obviously, big up to you, big up to the whole of the family. So people, as you know, we're covering shows every single day of the week. So obviously Mondays, Green Diamond Boxing. So Ash in the chat right now will be launching an interview with a fighter. So she's slightly going over the getting to know series. She's getting to know this fighter who's obviously becoming a pro. Don't want to mention any names. Tuesday, Stay Weighed In, featuring Abbas and Ray. And also you've got Across the Way, which features, our brother Trill, Dollar Bill, and Rico. So guys, make sure you tune into that show, of course. And then on Wednesdays, we're back in here with the roundup with myself and Biyenge. Obviously, we're going to try and get a guest for the people. So we're obviously going to be working on getting a guest for you guys. Thursday, normally obviously the R&R hours, but we would obviously know, in more detail what's going to be happening with that. And Fridays just depends on what you like. Got a few new shows that's obviously coming out, but one thing that I'm obviously gonna play just quickly, because it is like, clapback Thursdays. It is Trill's heart to heart boxing talk.
Man,
So
it's
here's a
cold
clip.
as hell in Boston, man, but I'm gonna bring that heat. Let's talk about what happened last night, man, between Sonny Edwards and your five. I was in all the boxing spaces trying to tell everybody about Sonny Edwards and your five. I was trying to let everybody know that Sonny Edwards and those little fly swatters that he got wasn't gonna be enough to keep your five, the Olympian, the gold medalist from 2022, off of him. Come on. I'm not coming at Sonny Edwards. I like Sonny Edwards, but I'll try to tell everybody that would listen, when it comes to the elite level, you're going to have some type of pop to keep these fighters off of you. I think that he's done what he has done in the sport, and it's time for Sonny Edwards to move on.
So even Trill's saying it's time for Sonny to run. But big up to Trill Dollar Bill. So guys, make sure you head over to the channel and check out the full video. But cuz this is obviously the ending of the show. I want to hand it over to you. But before I hand it over, God bless you all. Thank you so much for supporting what we do. Remember, this channel is for the fans, by fans. We're fans like you, and we want to give you a voice, but also give you access into the boxing world for our content. But cuz, hand it over to you, tagging you in. Boosh.
Yes. People. Well, we're finally on 1,000 subs now, so thank you all. Thank you for subscribing. Bigger and better things. Listen, just keep tuning in and have a lovely, productive week ahead. And we shall see you again on Wednesday. Peace and love.
Peace and love to Robin, which is Rico's uncle. So big up to him. Cuz, peace and love, man.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. I start my scars with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bag.